Yes. We are back. We are back with another great CPN loaded video full of information on how to build your CPN, how to get started with this process, and even start making you some money, selling your own CPN. So let's get into it. No long talk, no long intro on this channel, but don't forget to hit that like button, smash the subscribe button. You will not find this type of information online anywhere. How to build your CPNs, how to use them, and how to make money from them as well. I'm giving you all the sauce. Don't forget to check out my longer CPN video where I give method step by step, start to finish, building your CPN. But this one is going to primarily focus on just locating a proper CPN number and finding the blank one and getting started with the process. That is the most difficult part in building CPNs, and we're going to talk about it. So here is my CPN method guide I created. I'm going to start selling these. Link for this is going to be down in the description. If you need the full guide, this is just going to cover just the beginning part, but I have a full guide for sale, very, very low price, under $50. You get the whole sauce on how to build out your CPN. So go ahead, download that, but let's get into it. So here we go. Truth about creating a CPN. So basically a CP, you guys know what a CPN is. It's a credit profile number. People use it, celebrities use it to just for extra identification purposes. If they don't need all the information out online, they use a second credit profile number that doesn't have as much details about all the information and who they're banking with, where they live, what kind of cars they drive, and they can protect that information. It's, like I said, primarily used for artists, athletes, entertainers, people with a high public visibility, but you can use these CPN numbers for educational and entertainment purposes only to obtain, things that you need to apply for credit for. Now, what you can and cannot do with CPN is file taxes, get government assistance, get a federal home loan. A federal home loan. They have federal home loans and they have private home loans. You can't register a car in it, and signing people up for school and other federal government related things with that CPN number. But let's get into what we're here for, how to build that CPN. So first important. Now, a lot of people will tell you that you need to, find one that's associated with your state, find a number that's associated with your age. That is true. That is the best way to do it. But those things are not as heavily affected or heavily weighed upon when building these CPNs out. When you go to these banks, they're not looking too hard to say, hey, your CPN starts with this. And you said you were born in this state. That stuff doesn't get looked at too much, so don't worry about it. But be on the safe side. You do want to try to find one that's associated with your state. Certain numbers, like 7-6, are associated with Florida. 5-3 associated with Georgia. So certain states have certain first three numbers associated with certain areas. So you can know those things, and in order to find that out, you're going to go to a website called SteveMoores.com. Where's my Steve Moores website? Steve Moores. There you go. SteveMoores.org. And I'm not even showing the stuff on the screen, baby. There it is. Steve Moores. Come to SteveMoores.org, and they have the template built out for you. What state has certain range of numbers, certain age, depending on what decade you're born in, have certain range of numbers on the second set. So go to SteveMoores.com, locate your state when you were born, and start kind of populating those. Or if you're just going to start populating numbers for any and everybody, that doesn't matter. Just find numbers that are open and validated using Steve Moore's site. And then once you come there, you go to SSN Validator. Now, once you go to SSN Validator, it's going to look like this. a way to, you know, type your numbers in and find. All right, so like here, you just throw in some numbers. And I'm not a robot. Let's see. This is a random one. Let's see if it's validated. It probably is validated. This social should be in use by somebody. Yep, it has been validated. So 564, it's in California. It was issued to somebody in 86. And no one died by 2014, so they're still alive. So you can see where the area where they even created this social. But that's how you work. This is validated. Now the ones that are good says has not been validated, and you'll say it's not been issued and no state issue. So if you say no here and not validated, it means it's good to use, and you can move on to the next step. Here's another validation tool, SSN Verify. I use to double verify. You can do a skip trace to verify the numbers as well. It's simply typing in the social. I've done skip traces on people who owe me money before, just using their name and address. And let's just do this. So those are the two websites there. I use SSN Validator and SSN Lookup. The actual, once I build it from stevemorris.com, then I have everything I need. Now, let's get back to the guide. So you got the SSN Validator. Like I said, this is how it looks if there's no one using the social. And this is what you want to look for on the website, okay? Now, you can also, use SafeScan. You can use Nexus Lexus. $300 a month to scan through things. Here's a search bug. Here's one for $8. So there is more detail, but free stuff is not as detailed. It's not as thorough as paid services and paid applications and websites. So if you're serious about this, if you're looking to make this a part-time income, I suggest investing in one of these tools to verify that the social is inactive. All right. So that is it in a nutshell. There's more steps to do once you actually find your CPN, but the hardest part is actually finding it. And then after you find the CPN, then next is finding the address for it. You can use your real name, you can use your real birthday, but you never want to attach your name and birthday to your real address. That's going to link everything back to you, and it's going to defeat the purpose of the CPN. So I advise everyone to find a address, somewhere in your city that you can, pick up the mail, friend or family that you never stayed at or do not plan on staying at. Do not use your mom's old address that you grew up in because you stayed there. You're tied to that. You want to have an address that you are totally not associated with to have that mail go there. You can get a virtual address. I have virtual addresses here in Atlanta you can use for your CPN. There's a whole host of things. PO boxes don't work that well, but any address with a standard physical address should work just fine after you find the number, and then you go on from there. But go ahead and check out that long form video I did. I detail everything about start to finish about building out your CPM, or if you need something in front of you, something to reference to, you can use my guide link down in the description. All right. So now we know how to build out your CPN. Go to Steve Morris website, going to be down in the description. Go to that website, find the number based on your age and state, then go to SSN Validator or SSN Verification to verify that that number is not in use. All right, that's it in a nutshell. Now, it's going to be hard. If it was easy, everybody's going to be doing this. So you're going to have to try 2, 3, 4, 5 times till you get this method right. I can almost pick numbers out the air and get them validated. So if you need help, if you don't want to go through this process, you just want a blank number, holler at me. I do have those for sale as well. All right, later on. Yeah.